This weekend, a massive military parade will take place in the nation's capital. More than 6,000 soldiers from every Army division will be in D.C. to participate in the parade that will include tanks, military vehicles, and 50 aircraft. The parade will mark the 250th birthday of the Army, which also happens to be the same day as President Trump's birthday. Trump issuing a stern warning to any potential parade disruptors.
And we're going to be celebrating big on Saturday. We're going to have a lot of, and if there's any protester wants to come out, they will be met with very big force. By the way, for those people that want to protest, they're going to be met with very big force. And I haven't even heard about a protest, but, you know, this is people that hate our country.
The Army has estimated the cost of the parade to be between $25 and $45 million. Meantime, almost 2,000 No Kings protests are set to take place across the country. Joining me now is the Hill's Director of Audience Development, Sarakshi Rai. Hey, Sarakshi, so there is a lot of controversy around the parade. What do we know about the planned protests that will take place?
That's right, Drew. Now, there are protests planned throughout the country, not just in the suburbs of Washington, D.C., but also, you know, in little towns, by town courthouses, wherever, you know, the neighborhoods where people are gathering. And it's being organized by this movement called the 50501 movement, which they're saying it's, you know, 50 states and one movement. And this is coming because, you know, they want to dethrone President Trump. They say that having this military parade at the same day as his birthday is kind of cementing him as a military dictator of the country. And they're saying that they want to kind of come in and say no kings, no crowns, and that's their movement, which is why they're mobilizing. What we are seeing is that, you know, there has been this website that's come up for the No Kings protest. There's been a lot of interest. More than 2,000 protests have been planned around the country. And they're saying that they will be wherever the president cannot be to protest his administration, his policies, and his second term and everything he's done so far, Drew.
Now, the parade comes as the Trump administration dismantled USAID, fired tens of thousands of federal workers, all purportedly to save money. Trump says the price tag on the parade is peanuts compared to the symbolic value. How are Republicans reacting to this upcoming celebration? Any pushback inside Trump's party?
So we haven't really heard from Republican senators yet as to whether or not they're going to attend. Reporters have been asking around Capitol Hill to see which of the 53 Republican senators will be attending this military parade. But so far, they have been quite quiet about their plans. But we do know, according to a new poll that was released today, 6 in 10 Americans think that this price tag of the parade is too expensive and that money should be spent towards something else. And that's, you know, the most number of Americans polled so far. So really what we're seeing is that there is some pushback from regular Americans about the price tag associated with this parade because, you know, there is now this conversation happening in the Senate with the president's big, beautiful bill, which is pushing his agenda. And so what we are seeing is that, you know, there's talk about Medicaid, there's talk about cuts to SNAP benefits. And so Americans are worried because they associate, you know, those cuts with the cost of this parade, Drew.
You know, we were just looking at the forecast, and it looks like there's going to be some storms in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, so that could put a damper on the parade. But what do we expect as far as numbers? How many people can we expect to attend, and what are people going to see if they do?
Registration to attend this parade has been open for weeks now, and you can register on the website and you get a ticket to attend this parade. Now, thousands of people are expected. It's going to take place down Constitution Avenue. This is the first time D.C. is seeing a parade, a military parade, really, since the Desert Storm parade that took place in the 90s. So, you know, this is something that regular Americans are not used to, even though it happens in other countries once a year. And what we're seeing is that there is some level of excitement. We've been seeing tanks you know, throughout the streets of D.C. There's going to be an air show. We know the president is set to make remarks. You know, we know there is significant interest in some of the tickets for this event. The Army is going to have, this festival on the mall before the parade that starts at 11:30. It's going to be an Army fitness competition that's going to draw some crowds as well. So it's a huge, day of events planned to really celebrate the 250th birthday of the Army. And so there is anticipation that there will be a huge crowd there, but rain might dampen some of this enthusiasm that the crowd might have.
Yeah, we'll have to see if the weather holds up. And we'll be continuing to follow and seeing what happens when the parade happens. But for now, we'll leave it at that. Sarakshi Rai, thanks so much for your time.